Okay, here we go. Last but not least, I want to finish up this course and just hoping it's been valuable and helpful and good resource. Get as many links as I can, and feel free to reach out directly to me with more questions at samuel@samueldeuth.com or samueldeuth@gmail.com. Whatever works out best for you, as best as I possibly can. Love to help you guys. Love to see the book, the message that's on the inside of you launched, released, and stepping into everything that it's designed to do. Okay. So I want to talk a little bit about marketing. I want to talk a little bit about platform building. So in a real basic sense, if you're with a publisher, they will really drive and help with the whole marketing launch campaign. If you are self-publishing it yourself, which is awesome, a couple things I always do when I'm going to do a book launch. First of all, I try to give enough room, right, to build a little bit of anticipation before I make it go live. Now, if I'm self-publishing, technically I'm going to go live on Amazon, and I just won't tell people right away. But there's going to be a couple things that you're going to want to do. You're going to use that design, like Fiverr or whoever you're using to design, have them design you 2-3 different options of posts to put on social media for the story type size as well as for a timeline type of a post. Get those ready, get those prepped ahead of time. Give yourself, maybe you do a seven days to launch, type of a buildup. Maybe get the designer to get you like a daily post. Maybe you do longer than that. Maybe you want to launch it, in 1 month from now, I'm launching this. Maybe give some teasers leading up to it. You could get somebody to help you record some videos if you'd like to do that as well. Some different options to kind of build up. Then I would say for sure, kind of 7 days out, you're wanting to do some different posts that are going to kind of get people prepped, ready. Maybe you're going to have a blog that launches on the day of the post. Maybe there's going to be a video. Sometimes things that I've done too is I've done different interviews, day of the launch, the week of the launch. You can do special deals. Do special deals with, giveaways or bonus things, teaming up with other products or resources. On the launch, when I first launched this 7 years ago, for 3 days in a row, I gave the proceeds to different organizations that I felt, to church planting, to World Vision, to ending human trafficking. So I did a couple of things like that as well, where I really wanted to sow kind of a seed into the beginning season of that. So a lot of different options. Then as well, leading up to the book launch, what you'll want to do is reach out to some different friends in your world, leaders, influencers, and give them the image that your designer put together and a sample post, right? You pre-write it, a few thoughts with the link and say, hey, would you mind posting this next week when the book launches? Maybe you send out some copies of the book in advance to some key people that you'd like to see posting about it. Maybe especially those you feel like have either influence in that arena or just influence in general. I've had a mix, right? Sometimes people just voluntarily share it. Sometimes I've sent books and resources out to people to share it. Hey, if you get somebody with a really great social following, it can really make the difference. It can really accelerate the reach and the voice, especially as you're building your own campaign. I sell directly on Amazon, but then I also have, my site, samueldeuth.com, followingjesusbook.com. These are different places where I'll sell my resources as well. So I've always got everything up, ready. I've got blogs I've written. I've got maybe videos on YouTube that link back to the books. I do as much as I can to kind of create different avenues where people could find out about the book in the immediate or in the long term. And then I'll do my best to kind of build that anticipation, big launch, release of it, videos, Instagram live interviews, different social media interviews about the topic. And you can do that all in the launch week. You can do that ongoing in different settings. And the truth is, whether you're self-publishing or you're working with a publisher, the number one salesperson for the book is not an agency. It's you as the author. You are always the number one promoter and sales generator for your book. I have a publisher for several of my books. I am still, having said that, the number one salesman for my products, my books, my resource, and that's the way it is, and that is the concept. Even with a publisher, they're going to maybe open up some avenues, some doors, but you are, at the end of the day, you're the salesman. You're the number one spokesperson for this book because you're going to have the passion. You've got the message that's on the inside of you that you're trying to get out, or you've got the resource that you developed, and so you're going to be the most convicted, most passionate, most dogmatic, and the most ability to be able to sell your book. So, sometimes depending on the content of your book, you're going to have more or less interest in a launch. Sometimes you can get a launch team together. You know what I mean? You get a handful of people who are committed to help to talk about it, share, post, spread the word. All those can be options as well. Obviously, if you're able to hire a full marketing team that helps you with the book launch, that's also an option. That can be a great way to do it. And obviously, the more you build your audience, so if you go back to the 5 buckets of content that you're developing, the more you consistently have blogs, have posts, have articles, have resources, different things like that you are serving people with, the bigger that audience is going to be. So every time you launch a book, it's going to get more and more effective, more and more successful. Sales will continue to build in that sense. For me, every new book that I launch is because I'm serving more people, helping more people, building more people's lives, helping them unlock, helping serve their families or, their spiritual life or different things that I'm doing. And I don't just do that in books. I'm doing that in my social. I'm doing that in live videos. I'm doing that in blogging type of settings. The more that I do that, the more that I serve people, the more each new book launch is just naturally better and better. So this last one that I launched the kids book, man, that went on number one new release, number one bestseller, and it went number one. A lot of these because, first of all, the topic was really valuable, and I built more and more relationships and connections, and people are just they want to help. They want to help your book do well. They want to help your message get out there. And when people feel like they're a part of that with you, they're on the journey with you, you're serving them well, they're going to help you share, spread the love, get the word out there, get the messaging out there. Don't assume people are going to naturally share it. If they do, awesome. Do your best to equip them. Hey, help me get the word out. Text a bunch of friends. Email some people. Send out an email. I use MailChimp for my kind of email data management, email list building, all of that. I use that to help spread the word. So any new book, posting about it. I've got an app, Following Jesus app. And everyone who downloads the app, I'm going to do an alert to kind of let them know about a new resource, something that's coming out. So those are some different kind of marketing launch plan type of approach and strategy. Get creative with it, get ideas. I think all of that is really, really good. There's many people that already have influence and leadership in that field that can jump on and talk about it, endorse it. All of that is super, super helpful. Tag the heck out of people, allow them to help repost and share it. If you're launching a book, tag me. I will do my absolute best to see that, share that, and help spread the word as much as I possibly can with any new books that you're launching and releasing. As far as platform building, let me just talk about kind of building influence. Of course, fundamentally, at the absolute base of this, yes, if you're a writer and you feel compelled to do that and you want to make money at it, I'm that way too. This part of this is what I do for income. Part of this is what I do to feed my family, to build my life, all of that. So with that being said, then obviously I want to make money at it. But like in anything, the number one driver cannot be, I want to make a bunch of money as an author. That's not gonna help you. The number one driver has got to be adding value to people. If you keep focusing on serving people well, serving the audience well, that is coming to you, that's attracted to your message, that follows you, that you're influencing, that is gonna be the number one thing. Nothing else can replace that. Let that drive you. When you wake up and you're thinking about what's my next book, what's my next idea, how can I add value to people? Every time you want to make more money, don't think about how do I make more money. Think about how do I add more value, whether that's in writing, whether that's in business, entrepreneurship, anything that you're doing. Focusing on adding value is the beginning seeds of making money. Okay. And I know it can be a temptation, just want to rush to it and just want to, man, I just, sales, sales, sales. Okay, yeah, I understand that. I'm not just writing for kicks. I'm writing because I know it's going to serve people and I'm going to make money, provide for my family. So with that being said, then I've got to keep my focus, though, on adding more value. Now, here's the truth. If you start adding value and serving people well with what you're writing and what you're producing, people are going to like it. People are going to talk about it. People are going to continue to share it. Your platform is going to continue to grow. For me, I've got some of my books that do really, really well every single month. Massive sales, some trickle in, a little here, a little there. One of my approaches has been not to just mass produce as in spitting out content that's not really valuable, because content is still king. It's got to be great, got to be important, got to add value. But the truth is, part of my goal is just continue to release 1-2 books a year. For me, that's kind of my pace that I'm at this stage. 1 or 2 books a year, because every new kind of bucket I put out there, every new is a container to be able to receive, right? The rain, so to speak, receive an income. It's another income stream. Every book is a new container for wealth. Every book is a new ability for me to be able to serve people and also be able to receive more increase and more wealth into my life. Okay. And so part of your focus and your goal is going to be to serve people, keep producing new content. And with that being said, don't feel like every book has got to be a number one bestseller. I wish it was. Man, I'm seeing that these are my 2 top sellers. Okay, and this is book number 1. This continues to outsell all the time. This is starting to rev up. That focus on kids and family, obviously hitting a niche. And the other books vary in range and season as far as how well they sell. But my goal is just going to be continue to add new books. And I'm not necessarily bummed if it doesn't hit top of the charts. I'm just going to keep serving my audience. Okay. And how do we build our audience or our platform or our influence? Again, influence follows value, just like money follows value. And greater influence increases sales, increases impact, increases audience, but also great content increases influence, right? All these things kind of feed in together. So, but at the fundamental core, I don't sit there and focus on how do I sell more, make more. I focus on how do I serve my audience better. And multiple ways that I do that to kind of keep building, keep growing, is I'm going to keep a consistent posting presence and saying things of value on social media. Okay? Daily, weekly, I'm consistent with that, continuing to build there, continuing to say things. Not just saying things I know people like. I say things that people are mad at too. Like I'm going to speak truth. I'm going to say what needs to be said. I'm going to keep connecting and serving people that are in my sphere and that God's kind of bringing into my life. So I'm going to keep serving those audiences. So social media is a big way you continue. Don't be like, man, I've only got 100 followers. I've only got 50. I've only got 500. I've only got 1,000. Okay, start with what you got. It's all good. Don't worry, and don't buy followers. Do not do that. It's stupid. You look like a tool because people can tell. Okay, just keep serving who you got. Okay, you can get people who are social media managers and people can coach you and help you in that. All that is great. All that's fine. But the biggest thing is consistency. You know, they say content's king. Consistency is kind of like the queen. Okay, stay consistently serving your audience through social media, consistently serving your audience. If you don't have a full website, that's fine. Get a blog. You know, where from time to time you're going to say something a little bit more expanded than just your posts and your quotables, right? Get some resources out there. Another way to build your audience is to have a simple free downloadable. So I actually have like a PDF download of, you know, my 12 steps to self-publishing, right? I've got one for preachers. I've got some different resources that people can download that serves and adds value, right? Well, then I get an email and then I can be able to continue to serve and market new resources to them, right? So in the same way for you, okay, what are you serving your audience with? What are ways you're capturing data, attention? You could do webinars, you can do funnels. There's all kinds of different things you can do to continue to build that audience. But the number one thing that builds the audience is you. It's you being somebody who loves people well enough to serve them, help them, solve problems. In entrepreneurial life, what's the best way to think about building a business and growing your wealth portfolio? Solve problems. Guess how you make more money? Solve more problems or solve bigger problems, okay? So the same thing when it comes to book writing. What problems are you solving? What are you meeting needs of? How are you serving people? What are you doing to help meet those needs of people? The more you do that, the more people are going to follow. They're going to subscribe. They're going to serve, right? They're going to get your content. You're going to become to them a dispenser of content. You know what? Not everybody likes what I bring to the table. Not everybody likes the content I have, but guess what? There's more and more people. Hopefully you will like and subscribe. Hopefully you will feel like this course and the content I'm providing is serving you well. I'm not just here to just kind of put another course out, put another book out, just to kind of be a mindless creator. I'm here because I know I'm going to serve people. There's people who are starting to look to me, and have been for a season now in the area of writing and development. So here I am, knowing that and creating another resource that I believe is going to serve people and add value to their life. Okay, so consider that as you're thinking about building your platform. Stay consistent in social. Have a blog where you're able to bring content and develop that out and keep reaching, gathering emails. Have a lead generation or a lead magnet, they call it, where they're able to download, get something for free, serve people well, create that space where people can grab onto it. When you do that, you're going to see that platform continue to build. And as a platform builds, you're going to be able to release better content, serve more people are going to buy it, or more people are going to get connected to it. But in all of that, can I just encourage you, keep your heart pure and free from kind of being like, just like fame influencer junkie, you know, all the memes and all the funny videos about that. Be authentic in any of your marketing, promotion, and platform building. If you're not at a level of something, don't pretend you are. Just like in this course, I'm 7 books in. I've seen some really great wins in the area of writing and publishing, but there's a lot of guys who are way farther down the track than me. And when I get there, I'll update some of these videos and I'll share more secrets and I'll share more. Am I further down the track than a lot of other people when it comes to writing and publishing? Yes. And that's why I'm creating this, to serve you, to help support, to help bring and add value to your world. But I'm not going to pretend I'm something that I'm not. And I want to encourage you to do the same. People can sniff out fake, they can sniff out fraud, they can feel that and sense that. So be authentic, serve people well, love people well, bring really, really great content, write the books that are in your heart, and I guarantee you're going to see the content build, the influence build. And what are you going to do with that influence? What are you going to do with that influence in advance? Is it so you can be known? Is it so you can be more popular? You're trying to prove a point to somebody? Or is it so that you can serve people better? You can use that influence to make a difference, add value, enhance people's lives, enhance you and your family's lives. Hey, yeah, part of what you can do with that influence, you're going to make more money, so you can take care of your family, take care of your kids, take care of your parents, serve people, give back, make a difference, right? All of this matters when you're building platform, marketing your content. Be authentic, be you, serve people really, really well. And guess what? You're gonna get taken care of. The sales will come, favor's going to come on it. It's going to grow. It's going to expand, and you're going to make a difference, and you're going to have a lot of fun in the process. You stay authentic and stay pure in that. Hopefully this course has been of value to you. Definitely hit that survey. Give me some feedback. Give me content on that. I always want to keep getting better and stronger at all of this. You're incredible. If it was a help, share it. Tell somebody about it. Pass it along. And if you're interested in a book that you want to get out there, and you're interested in having me do some coaching at a more in-depth level, like I said in an earlier session, I have limited spaces available for that. Feel free to reach out, and we'll start a conversation and see where that could potentially go. Otherwise, God bless you guys. And writers, come on, write. Release that book. Send that message. Such a time as this. Who knows? That thing that's on the inside of you could be what unlocks the future, the potential, the influence of somebody else that could change the world and turn it upside down in all the right ways. Okay. God bless you guys. Talk soon.